I know who you are and I don't care. I know who you are and I don't care. I don't really care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Hey, listeners, welcome. Season 6 here, If It Be Your Will podcast. It's Chris. No. And I am just diving down to the States, going down for a visit to New York City, to have a chat with Bec Lauder and The Noise. She has a great new record out called The Vessel, which came out just a month or so ago on Killphonic. Really cool anthemy rock. Wow. It's just, you want to get yourself going, throw this record on, because it will prime you for just about anything coming down your lane. Like this interview. I listen to it often, and I'm like so excited to talk about it. So Bec, thanks so
thank
much
you.
for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Well, a real pleasure. Again, thanks for putting this record out. I think it's something that we all really needed right now. This kind of like in your face, but not really, but think about it. Attitude, and it's raw, it's gutsy, it's oftentimes humorous. The lyrical play is awesome, and the raw energy is just out of this world. Somebody, I read somewhere where somebody said that it was like this 90s grunge with this 70s classic rock fusion, and I mean, I think that really kind of nails it. So Bec, as we start, I know that you're a woman of many talents. You do lots of different things in art. You're a very creative person. Have you always been a creative person? Like from your early recollections of growing up, and like, has creativity always been something that you were wanting to push forward and develop and explore more?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's always been just building anything. From like the second I could draw, I would just go through pads and pads of paper every single day. And like I would draw all sorts of things that I wanted to wear, and I would sing songs, and I would dance around the house, and like it was always music for me has always been like a gateway into an entire fantasy world where there's so many other aspects of it besides obviously like the music is my favorite thing in the entire world. But like there really are so many other fun aspects of like the kind of full spectrum like fantasy vibes.
That's interesting. And do you remember some of the first songs that you started to write that were your own? And maybe walk us through a little bit of that process. Like, what was your process like when you first started like writing tunes?
So I was in high school, and I mean, when I was little, I would just sing random things. But when I was in high school, I learned a couple chords on guitar, and every once in a while, I would just write a song because I was like going through something, needed to get it out. You know what I mean? But I never showed anybody. I didn't show anybody any of my music until about 3 years ago.
Wow.
And that it really just changed my life. Like 3 years ago, I had never played a show, and now like we're playing like left and right, like it feels like every week sometimes. And it feels like the music really just like crept up. Like it was always, I mean, I was a dancer my entire life. The music is always like the part that can take you away from life. You know what I mean? It's like transformative, it's transportive. It's like it's this like insane like vessel that is just applicable in so many different situations. And so I don't know. I've just found myself here, and I found myself addicted to playing and addicted to writing, and I found myself with like the best band in the entire world that I could ever ask for. It's just three of us, and like I feel like I like cracked the code to rock and roll. Like it's just been so easy with them. I mean, like we don't need much more than 5 minutes to write a song nowadays.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
and when they're good, like it really feels good. Of course, you got to write your silly songs.
Sure.
You
Sure.
always got to write silly songs.
Absolutely.
But
It's hard to always be intense and like trying to vacate, you know, bad thoughts or memories or struggles that you're working through. I mean, it's exhausting, right? Because it's like it's journalistic and like you got to have a few that are just fun, you know, and
yeah, I
take
mean, I
care
feel
of
like
themselves. Yeah.
it's true. And a lot of the songs, I mean, I have a notebook I keep on me 24/7 and I write like everything down.
Mm,
And
mm,
I feel like the songs are almost like anecdotal for like kind of these like general situations that I've been, that anybody could be in, you know what I mean?
mhm.
And the songs tend to be like have a like more like various sources of inspiration,
Mm.
you know, and I kind of like whip it all up into like this kind of more like you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Do you see like do you have common themes or common situations or experiences that spark that kind of like, ooh, I got an idea here? Or is it just your everyday, just kind of, you know, going to the store, seeing something happen? Like, can
Yeah.
you flush
I
that out a
mean
little
like
bit?
it's really both. Like for example, my song Tease Me,
Mm-hmm.
it's about it's kind of making fun of the city a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
the city is a gallery of all these people. They're strutting around, you know? And it's there's like there's some like kind of more lighthearted stuff, whatever. And that whole song, like the chorus is just kind of like a whatever, we're here. Let's
Right,
just enjoy it.
right,
You
right.
know? And
I like that.
that's a more simple song that's honestly, I was surprised at how much people liked that one
Hmm.
because to me, I felt like it was more simple and I tend to be like a bit contrarian and like the other stuff, you know? But then there's songs that are like there's a lot of songs about like trusting yourself and life lessons I've experienced and love and lost love and I mean, all sorts of things, but I think the cool thing about our music is that like there and there's so much that is unreleased as well where like we really we can do Bec Lauder anyway. You know, we can do sweet feel good. We can do like angsty, like screaming, crying songs. Like there's really all of it in there because like I don't think that we are just one way, you know? And I think that's something that's really cool about the album. Like, Give It, for example, is like so sassy because, like, sometimes I'm sassy. Like, but like, and then some of them are really sentimental. Like, Without You is
Right.
like a very, very like vulnerable, like kind of just like raw song.
Yep.
And like
Yep.
Give It's not like open and like vulnerable. Give It's like give me what I want. Nah, 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 you know? And it's fun and it like it makes other people feel sassy and bob your head and like
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that one's so fun to sing. That
Yeah.
like and like I almost just want to like speed it up for like shits and giggles to see how fast I can sing it. You know what I mean? But I think we're getting to a point where it's no longer like you can't hear what I'm saying and like if we were to speed it up anyway, it's in a fine
Right.
place. It's in a
Right.
fine place.
Right.
But
Right. No, it
yeah,
really
yeah, the
does seem
music's got
like
everything.
you guys have such fun together. It just looks like I watched a couple of live performances and some of your videos. The aesthetic that you guys have developed for your first record is just I love it. I think that it suits your style of, you know, sassy but also serious, you know, like in a way that
Yeah,
there are sometimes we have to like, you know, strip it down and just I got to get to the brass tacks of life. But
yeah,
other times it's like just celebration and fun and feeling good and loving where you're at, as you said, in
yeah,
life and with
yeah,
life,
yeah,
which I always thought. Now, I know the aesthetic. I mean, you reference you danced in your past, and you also dabble in fashion as well.
Mhm.
Is that an accurate statement? Dabble or
Yeah,
work
yeah.
in the field of?
Yeah, I mean, I've I've been involved in the fashion industry for the past like 6 years,
Hmm,
for longer than I've been in music actually.
okay.
And I mean, it's something that's really fun to incorporate in a creative way with the music, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And but the like all things like I mean the music's my baby, you know, the music's where my heart's at. The fashion
Mm,
stuff is really cool, and I think that it compounds in a really awesome way with the music and has given me
right.
so many awesome opportunities, but
Cool.
I'm here for the tunes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you where they collide together, your music and this aesthetic fashion that you this I mean, I love the style that you bring forth. Is there an
Thank you.
intersection where these two meet one another? And I'll give you an
Yeah.
example that I'm thinking of. One of your
Mhm.
videos, you're walking down the streets in New York, and there must be about 100 costume changes throughout. You're surrounded by other women behind you as you're walking, and
Mhm.
the name of it evades me, but I'm sure you know what I'm
Give
talking
it.
about. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's Give
That's
It,
right.
yeah.
I mean, just an amazing, beautiful, like it's out there, and it's a great song too. It's just fun, and
Mhm.
giving it. Where do they intersect those two? Your aesthetic for fashion with
Mhm.
this love of creating music.
So this is something that I actually have been thinking about a lot recently.
Mm,
And I think the best way that I could explain it is we're a rock band. We're a three-piece rock band.
yep.
And traditionally rock bands kind of stay in this like raw aesthetic lane where pop acts are typically defined by more immersive fantasy,
Mm,
you could call it.
mm,
And so I, as an artist, am really trying to like pave a way for myself where I can make my entire band, like the three of us, part of this fantasy world. And so the fashion for me is like, I mean, I'm trying to put you in this world. I'm trying to like, I'm trying, and also like with Give It, like I start out in my street clothes. And
mm-hmm.
actually, the clothes, like the outfit that I'd worn that entire week and like not washed, that is what I wore in the video.
Well,
And then like I kind of slip into this fantasy world where like I'm this like invincible, awesome, cool like rock star and
mm,
like and then I end up by myself again at the end. And I think that like I use fashion to tell stories and reinforce the stories and all of the different like aspects of this that I'm trying to build, you know, because
okay.
and there you can add so much depth that way. And also like I'm trying to tell a story in any other aspect that I can add to like I worked with a choreographer, Sophie Olzak, in that, who's fantastic. I mean, Mary Giggler did the styling, who is absolutely incredible. She did all of the custom costumes for Nobody Cares. Like,
Mm,
I mean, I just get to like collaborate with the most awesome people and like we're about to go do this video. So I have some shows coming up in Paris, September
mm,
25th and 26th, and we're doing a music video out there
mm.
with a ballet dancer from the Paris Opera. And like it's just like why not? Why not? And there's not a lot of rock bands that have done that. And I'm like, I think that I can maintain my integrity as a musician and rock artist while still being fantastical. Like, why
Right.
can't I do that?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. You have such a bravery and a confidence, Beck, that it's wonderful to chat with you about this because I feel it through the X's and O's and the Zoom that we're in. Um,
Thank you.
how did the vessel come together? What? How were these songs built? And are they older songs? Because where I read that a lot of the songs you guys before you recorded, you toured and just played these songs for a while before you put them down on tape. Is that accurate?
So there's been like many. So I moved to New York, and all of my friends that I made immediately when I moved here in music were just like, "We'll help you. We'll be your band." And so a lot of these songs I wrote with those friends, those people that I first met. Timothy Youngman produced and was a multi-instrumentalist on a lot of the songs in early stages with Chris Murphy. And like it was just like it was an awesome time. We wrote an entire record.
Mm.
We recorded it at the studios at Clive for free. It was awesome. And then we we kind of like went through some like different like renditions of the band, you know? And I ended up like asking the guys if I could try the all girl thing with the two girls who were in the band. And it meant we had to take on a lot of responsibility, but it ended up being the best thing I ever did because through a three-piece is special. You know, you really have to connect with you really connect with them, and it's perfect. It's really
There's
perfect.
nowhere
But
to hide, right? When
basically,
you're three, like
no,
you
it's just
have to do your part.
you have
And
to lock in. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
totally.
but yeah, we did 12 songs with Tim, and then we ended up keeping six of them. We wrote another six, and mostly just with the band, produced by the band. I mean, Soph, our guitar player, was like definitely spearheading that process. Maggie was helping us with the engineer. Kale Bonderman and Brian Duke made it all possible in the studios. I mean, yeah, this record's been in the making for 2 years.
Oh,
I completely started over after the first EP. I mean, the first EP was pop. I didn't want to do pop. I didn't want to do it, and so I completely started over. And now we're here, and it's
right.
out, and I did it my way, and I'm so happy.
Yeah. I mean, that's like looking back on it, like what a journey. First off, and records take a long time. Like the common person that has no idea about the recording process or writing songs just doesn't know the blood, sweat, and tears that are put into every single one of the seconds in these songs. You
Yeah.
look back on it. How do you feel about it? How do you look at the vessel now that you're kind of removed and you see that 2-year journey kind of on tape?
I mean,
What do you
it's
glean
so
from that?
beautiful. It
Hmm.
is so beautiful. I'm so proud of it. I mean, it's really just an example of like I turned down a deal that would have changed my life.
Hmm.
And I turned down that deal for the freedom to do this my way. And also so that I could be like, I did this myself.
Hmm.
And every single day during like the past 2 years, I've woken up and been like, all right, I need to give this 100% so that if I fail, I can know that I at least tried my very hardest. And I really like I killed myself over this album.
Hmm.
And I'm so, so happy and I'm so, so proud of it. And we had the release party last night and it was
Hmm.
it was just incredible. And
Nice.
we have these dates with Cage the Elephant. That's
Yeah.
gonna be incredible. I cannot wait to play those songs, especially in my hometown, Philly. Like that's gonna be incredible. That's
No,
gonna
I'm
be
sure
such
they're
a
waiting
special
for you.
moment.
It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
We just got a booking agent. Like it's the beginning and it's really beautiful and it's really exciting and I'm so happy that I made it to the
Yeah.
beginning,
Yeah.
you know?
And I want to just repeat that you did it your way.
Yeah.
Oftentimes that can get forgotten, and you just want success at whatever cost, and even
Mm.
sometimes at the cost of your art, which I've heard many sad stories where that's the case, and they just don't have the rights anymore to their songs, which can be problematic.
Yeah.
But doing it your way so that you can look back and say, yeah, it was a struggle. Yeah, it wasn't all happy. No, it wasn't all smiles and laughs. It was freaking tough. But you have this artifact that will exist until the end of time, right? Like it's something that
True.
nobody can ever take away from you now. It's out there in the ether, no matter what. If it's on a vinyl or a CD or a cassette, it will be out there.
Yeah.
And kind of thinking ahead, Beck, where like you were talking about too, like I've read that you wanted to kind of see where you can go next. Are you starting to get a clear idea of what that next might be?
I have all of the clarity in the world except part of my clarity and peace is with the fact that I don't know what's going to happen in 3 months, but I'm ready for whatever. And I'm here for the journey. And I know that I'm set up. I have a great team.
Mhm.
I write songs every single day, and every single day I try to write the next best song I've ever written, you know?
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm in a damn good place, and I'm just here for the ride. And if I know if I just continue to try as hard as I can every single day, I'll I'll be all right. Also, I'm happy now, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Mm.
it's I think it's only up from here. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think too, like, as you're saying, like, feeling happy about where you're at and what you've done, but not knowing 3 months down the road. I mean, it really feels like a good place that you're in. And just out of curiosity, are you finding the songs that you're writing, like, nowadays, do they have a different feel, or do they have a different, like, are you trying to push it in a different direction, or pushing what you've already done to another level?
I'm pushing what we've already done to a new level. I mean, I'll say that there's like 3 projects that I have, and I'm not sure what's gonna come out first. But the thing is, I just keep writing new music, and so like I have this like one of my best friends in the world. His name's Wet Chris,
Hmm.
also known as Chris Murphy, who worked on the album with me.
Right.
And Wet Chris and I have this crazy hip hop R&B pop like record. It's like insane, like
Mm.
super experimental, super funky, super fun. I have like another album that's almost done that's like kind of more like feel good, kind of like pulled back, just like pulled back feel good kind of like stuff. And then I've got all these new rock songs I keep writing. So who knows?
Yeah,
It's like
it's
I'm
exciting.
like I have all this stuff. Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe I'll just drop it all at once and be like, here. I don't know.
Right, right. So thanks so much. As we come to a close here, it's been really fun talking with you, and um, you're such a positive person. I just it feeds on whoever's talking with you. So thank you for
Thank you.
making this end of Friday joyful for me.
Well, thank you. I
It's
appreciate
really
you
been
taking the time to
appreciated.
talk to me.
And
Thank
my
you.
last question to you is,
Mhm.
what can we expect in the rest of this year? You said you were going on tour, the writing continues. Is there anything else that you could share with the listeners as to where they might catch you live, or
I mean, so we have these shows with Cage the Elephant
Mhm.
in at the end of October. We just got a booking agent. And
Nice.
so yeah, I hopefully will be playing some festivals this year.
Cool.
And we're definitely gonna be getting on the road more. Definitely more music coming. I mean, I gotta do the thing. I gotta promote this album and give it
Yep.
due time to do what's supposed to do. But
Yep.
just know that I have so much that I am like so excited to put out, and it's like I'm so thrilled about this record. There's so much more music. We're gonna be, and I think over the next couple years, you're just gonna be seeing more and more and more of
Woohoo.
us. So
Good for all of us. Good for all of us. Well, good luck on the tour. All the best. Rock it out. I know that these shows are gonna be amazing. I can just feel it looking at
thank you.
your videos that I looked at, and I can't wait for the next record. I'm loving this one, but I'm glad that
Thank
you're writing.
you.
Good luck with it. I hope that it gets the attention it deserves, and I'd love to chat again the next time you have something that drops. It's been
Let's do it.
cool.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much.
You have yourself a great day.
You too.